This video will be the assembly and review of the KAC K2 hitch-mounted platform bike rack for 2 bikes. This handles e-bikes as well as standard bikes. So we just got our new KAC K2 2-inch hitch-mounted platform bike rack for 2 bikes. I got it from Amazon. It was about 420 bucks. I wanted to get a middle of the road. I didn't feel the need to spend $1,000 on a Thule. Just thought that was a lot for just hauling some bikes around. But I have the Chevy Traverse here. It's got a 2-inch hitch on the back. Got a Trek e-bike and a Trek road bike. So I thought we needed a platform rack. Wanted to get something good, but not $1,000 good. Let's put it together and see how it works. Looks like it's well packaged. All right, so the first step is to place this piece into the hitch so we can just connect all the other pieces. So to do that, looks like we're going to have to twist that way, slide it into the hitch. I'm going to take this bolt, put the lock washer on first, then the big washer. We're going to want to line up the hole with the hole. This is what it looks like that. All right, and the way this lock works, slides over this end, turn the key. Now that's on there good, so that bolt cannot be removed now. Next step, one of these in each side, line up the holes, line up those holes. So this is the carriage bolt. It's got a square area here that locks in the square holes in the front. And on the other side, one washer, then your nut. I'm going to do that for all 4 of these holes here. So this is the tool they give you to tighten all these up. See, this handle's in the way. You're not going to be able to get a socket on the inner one. It's an 11/16 socket. It's nice and tight. Okay, so you want to slide these on in sequence. They are specific. I'm going to loosen these knobs up. We're going to leave them loose for now because we don't know how big we're going to make them. Bag here, these screws go up here in the corner, up underneath on the end of this bar. They screw in there. That's to keep these from sliding off the end. The next step is to install these hooks. You have a longer one and a shorter one. The longer one goes on first. And here's one of the things I liked about this particular bike rack is it has a lock right here. So once you tighten it up on the bike, you can lock that so no one can swipe your bikes. Slide this on here. This one goes on first. And then this one, loosen it up. One more screw goes up at the top here. Just see that last thing I did there? Just put a screw right in the top there to keep these from sliding off. Just like the bottom here. Okay, so here's one of the cool features. You can fold this thing up. To fold it up, you have to fold this down first. So you press this button down here, press that in, and this moves down. Then turn that, and the whole thing latches up like that. So far, I'm pretty impressed. It's a pretty nice rack. We want to load up the bikes here, so I want to show you how that's done. So you just take this lever, move it that way, and it'll latch in this way. Now when the bikes are on here, and I'll show you that in a minute, when the bikes are on here, if you need to get into the hatchback, you can carefully with the weight of the bikes. You gotta tilt it away like that, then you'll be able to open the hatch, and I'll show you that later. But right now, let's get the bikes loaded up. So first, you want to undo your Velcro. I already have that kind of done. Now, it took me a little bit of time to space everything out a little bit to fit the wheels on the two bikes that I have, so you'll want to fit that to your particular bikes. And I'll show you something else on the e-bike. Mine, it's got a V, so I'll show you how I did that. So first, what I'm going to do, I'm going to put this bike on. So it's easier to put this bike on if this isn't in the way. And the other thing I've realized is this kind of gets in the way too. So I just lift this off. Just going to hang it out of the way. Press this button down here. Press it in. Move that out of the way. Now I figure I set this up for my lighter bike. I have a light bike and a heavy bike. The lighter bike, because I have to lean over further, so that's easier on my back. You put the bike in like this. You'll want to maybe put the pedal out of the way, either up or down. Just make sure they're not hitting anything. All right, and then just carefully lean that on the car. Stand this up. Get this ready to go. Bring the bike up. Bring this down nice and snug. And tighten that up. You can lock this as well. When you turn the lock, then this just spins and no one can loosen it without the key. So that's a good safety feature of this rack. Okay, so that bike's in. Just want to Velcro the wheels just for a little more support there. Just go over top through the loop, back over, something like that. All right, and this is set up to fit this e-bike. This e-bike doesn't have a top tube, but I was able to get this to fit down here, so this is fantastic. So what I'm going to do, also on the e-bike, you can take the battery out. Battery weighs about 12 pounds to make it easier to lift it. So set that in there like that. Make sure that's loose. Bring that down nice and snug. Turn the knob to tighten that up.
Do that again.
That's down here.
Okay.
Here's the knob that tightens this one up. And again, you can get the key in there and lock that so it can't easily be taken off. And again, strap the wheels in to make it nice and secure. Be careful you don't get grease from the chain on you, but too late. Got greased. All right. So that's not going anywhere. So you can use an extra strap, a Velcro strap that comes with it, to just kind of wrap everything together to hold it nice and tight. All right, so now we're just gonna unload it. Got it all loaded up here. So the first thing you want to do is just undo the Velcro straps. Now we just want to pull up this latch here, so we just loosen the knob down here, slide it up, then you can lift the bike right off the rack. All right. Very easy to unload. Just undo the Velcro both sides and loosen the appropriate bar. Now I have this set up. There's a screw that goes in here to keep these from coming off, but to make it easier, I took the screw out so I can get this out of the way. I just hang it somewhere. The reason I do that is so when I tip this out of the way, now I can just pull the bike off just straight off like that. It's a lot easier. Push this button to release this. It's got 3 positions. You can go the other way if you want. It's pretty strong. Now I'm just going to put this back on for storage. So we're going to put this down either way again. load this up. Latches in place for storage without the bikes. Now you can just drive off, leave it on there, whatever. Now if you need to get into the hatchback and you have your bikes on, you want to hold on to this because of the weight. Release this latch and slowly, carefully allow it to tilt. So now I can get into the hatchback. And the nice thing is there's a gap here. They thought of everything on this. There's plenty of room. I can get in the hatchback. Oh, I forgot the suitcase, whatever it is. Well, it's far enough out. You don't have to worry about the hatchback hitting the bikes. It's got good clearance. And then before you go, bring it up and it snaps back into place. And that's all there is to it. That's the KAC K2 2-inch hitch mount 2-bike rack. If you like this video, please hit the like button below and please subscribe. Thanks for watching.